To view this video, please enable JavaScript, and consider upgrading to a web browser that supports HTML5 video. Angela Scanlon kicked off new series The Noughties with a brutal clip of Victoria Beckham being asked if she was anorexic by Sir Michael Parkinson. Starting in the year 2000, Angela was joined by comedians Ellie and Geoff Norcott to relive the turn of the millennium, looking back at pop culture moments, news of the time, and a life filled with Bacardi Breezers.
But all three were shocked when they were shown an unearthed clip of Victoria, who at the time was about to release her debut solo single, being asked outright if she was anorexic on Parkinson. As Victoria arrived on stage in a cream leather dress, the talk show host immediately kicked off the interview by going, "3 questions I've got to ask you.
Is it true that David wears your knickers? Second, is it true that you wear the trousers in your house? And thirdly, are you anorexic?" "Bloody hell," Ellie exclaimed at the clip. Parky is not one for small talk. Thankfully, Victoria proved she was ever the pro and joked that the veteran talk show host could borrow her knickers if he wanted them.
She then went on to deny that she was anorexic, and stated she was angry that it was setting a narrative for the young girls that looked up to her because of the Spice Girls. Stating she knows she's not anorexic because she eats, she said, "I have a perfectly healthy diet.
I know I'm fine. My family know that I'm fine. But there are lots of young children out there who look up to the Spice Girls, and think, goodness, are you meant to be thin? I look the way that I look now. I used to be a lot bigger, and I lost a lot of weight after having Brooklyn, but this is just the way that I look now." But that didn't deter fellow guest, Two Fat Ladies star Clarissa Dixon Wright, who asked her what she ate, and how many lettuce leaves a day that was.
Seeing as, at the time, Victoria's weight was a source of gossip, Ellie conceded it may have been a topic that needed to be discussed, but was handled badly. "I think it would have inevitably come up in a big interview like that," she said.
But there are ways of phrasing it, and ways of getting into that subject rather than doing it as the third point on a list. Also doing it in a delicate way that shows like a bit of compassion, Angela added, saying she was uncomfortable sitting through the clip.
"It just feels so brutal to me," and then put the guests piling on next to her, like it was a joke. She's this young woman who's kind of, obviously, massively famous and used to that level of scrutiny.
Her sitting there, kind of thrown to the wolves. I mean, so much respect to her that she's like, whatever. In the years following the interview, Victoria did admit in her autobiography Learning to Fly that she had suffered issues with eating, including binge eating, as a result of pressures on how she looked during her years in the Spice Girls.
The Noughties continues Wednesdays at 10 p.m. on BBC Two. Beat if you suspect a family member or friend has an eating disorder. Contact Beat on 0808 801 0677 or at help@beateatingdisorders. .org.uk for information and advice on the best way to get appropriate treatment. Got a story? If you've got a celebrity story, video or pictures, get in touch with the Metro.
Co.uk entertainment team by emailing us celebtips@metro.co.uk, calling 020-3615-2145 or by visiting our Submit Stuff page. We'd love to hear from you.